Hello Virgo, hello Virgo. I'm here with a reading that will look into your 2023. And I'm going to start your reading, Virgo. And by the way, I tell everyone listening that you should listen and watch your sun sign, of course, but then your moon and your rising. Sometimes, depending on where they fall on your chart, they will be more relevant to you. So sun, moon, and rising. First off, I have with me the oracle deck called the Lemurian Star Child Oracle. And I'm going to start the reading with a card from this huge deck. And then we'll tell you what I sense about your year. Then we'll go on to the mini grand tableau and crown the reading with the runes. Ooh. Lucky you, Virgo. Lucky you, Virgo. We have the joy of life. The joy of life. Trust. Open your hands. Share and let go. This is a very clear, precise message for you, Virgo. And what's interesting about this is the colors. There are the colors here that are interesting with this cup here, which is lighter. But Virgo, for the year 2023, yes, of course, they're telling you to trust, open your hands. I see that already, and I'm reading in the month of December, preparing for the following year, but I'm seeing that it has already started in the month of December. And it's as if you're going toward a situation of letting go. You want to let go. You have been feeling of late, and when I say of late, it could be as little as a month, 2, 3, or the entire year or year and a half, 18 months. You have been feeling your own shackles. And I'll say that again, your own shackles. And this is what's going to change in the year 2023. Now I have this deck, which is called the Lenormand. It's an oracle card deck. France claims to have created the deck. There's an oracle, a famous oracle called Madame Lenormand, but Germany has laid claim to the deck. And I don't know where to side or who to side with, but in any case, there are 36 cards, and the grand tableau is created with 36 cards. I use the inner formation of a grand tableau. This is what I'd like to do. I fashioned this spread for myself precisely for this purpose. And I lay 4 rows of 4 cards, so 16. And the cards, I will read these cards in terms of the trimesters: January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, and October, November, and December. So let's start with January. We start the year with an interesting kick, and I want to say kick because high on your list, high on your bucket list for 2023, that end of year resolution is garnering a greater sense of security. And that you do. That is your main goal, and it will come about in the year 2023. And in this sense, it's a beginning. It's a new beginning for you. And however, when new beginnings come about, there is the ending of something that will be clear to you by the end of the trimester, by the end of March. Now to the second trimester, April, May, and June. A lot of nervousness around money matters, around finances. That will cause you a bit of a problem, but those clouds here are swiftly disappear. And the aid, someone who comes to your aid is a woman, whether you're a male or a female. It will come in the form of a woman. Now, the next trimester, July, August, and September, very clearly matters of the home and going to home, finding a home, going back to home, are what moves you most, what motivates you, because they mean love for you, they mean an emotional strength for you. And however, what's interesting, Virgo, is that I see you're not ready to abandon yourself in those feelings, but you want to, in some way, strategize, be ready for. So you actually, this is typical of what you would do. Write down on a piece of paper the pros and the cons. Why I should do this, where I should go, why, if I do this, what will happen, pros and cons. And that's your way of controlling, because you still need to have some form of control over this side of your story in 2023. Then the last trimester, October, November, and December, we've got a bit of a triangle here that comes up. There may be, it plays out in many different ways. Okay, these are general readings. You might want to come in for a private reading. But what I'm seeing is a third party in either a love triangle, a business partnership, a family friend that rubs you the wrong way. In any case, that causes you issues. But it also pushes you in the right direction. It also gets you moving to want to defend yourself or go somewhere, take action. But it doesn't turn out well, this reactionary method, and you can't run away from the problems. And the cards are exhorting you to stand firm and sit and deal with it rather than moving away, running away, especially at the tail end of the year. The tail end of the year. Now, each one of these cards is in a house. I call them a house, and each house represents a domain. I don't know if you can hear them, but I live, and behind me there is a church, and I hear the bells are ringing, they're tolling the hour. It's 9 a.m. here when I'm doing the reading, so I'm get the whole music plus that ding, ding. You may not be able to hear that. But anyway, let's go to the first domain here, which represents beginnings and endings. And here you are safe. You're safe because not that you welcome endings or beginnings, but you are safe with both. You understand that back to back, a beginning follows an ending, and you're cool with that. You're fine with that. And then however, the area of your life that concerns surprises gives you cause for concern, because a surprise is something you can't control. And Virgo, this is what gives you trouble with that. Then the area of the spread that concerns simply endings where there is a new beginning. There's not a new beginning. And that has something to do with matters of the home. It could be a metaphor for family, love, but it is something to do about what you call your home. Oral communication, the domain of oral communication, will create problems for you, so bite your tongue and prefer the written means of communication in the year 2023. Then we have the area of the spread that concerns work and livelihood. Now, by far, out of all of the cards in the spread, this is where the sun truly shines. I always tell everyone when I use this deck, the sun is far greater, far more powerful, shines brighter than the sun in the tarot deck. So your work and your livelihood represents the icing on the cake in 2023. We mentioned your sense of security And I did say your sense of security is felt both in endings and beginnings back to back, but more so. And here is the emphasis. It's on your finances and money matters, economics. Anything you have to do that concerns money it gives you a sense of security. There's no problem there in the year 2023. Guidance, guidance, guidance. The area that concerns guidance in your life in this spread has to do with the notion of home, actually. So as you can see, the home has both positive and negative outlets for you. And the area that concerns, the domain that concerns the home, is telling you that you need to go back to a place you can call home, or create, or refabricate, refurnish, recreate a place you can call your home for your well-being in the year 2023. The domain that has to do with public life represents for you a true beginning. Get out there. Put yourself out there. Show people who you are. Meet new people. Bring your business to the public life. It will be for you something completely new and something welcomed in 2023. Now, the area of your life that concerns obstacles, it's very interesting here that we have the clouds, because obstacles are very short-lived, and this is a godsend for you. And the area of the spread that concerns decisions and decision-making has to do in 2023 with love matters of the heart and relationships. The area of the spread that concerns nuisances, problems, things like, flat tires. Here, it will be anything to do with travel plans going awry, delays, things like that. So expect that if you're planning a trip in 2023 or a few trips. And the area that concerns something hidden in your life, that is coming to an end. All things hidden will emerge in the year 2023. You will finally be able to see things for what they are. Things that you didn't understand before finally see the light, and you'll be able to understand why both they were hidden and then why they surfaced and what they mean to you. Matters of communication in writing. All right, since we did talk about the oral word language, to bite your tongue, well, matters of written communication will be favored when you are leaning on communicating with or get consultancy from a woman. Okay, so that is an ally. A female will be an ally for you, whether you are a male or a female. Now, the male influences in your life. Male influences in your life will teach you strategy, will teach you how to move around the issues you have that you're not very street smart about. And a male can help you with that, or males can help you with that. Then the female influence in your life. And here too, apart from the written communication that we mentioned, a female influence in your life is not to be trusted other than the communication domain. Okay, so I hope that was fairly clear. This type of spread usually is so clear and such a pleasure to read and to understand. Now, these are runes that have been fashioned after antelope's teeth. They have fallen out. They are not extracted. And I'll be reading them as they've... Okay. fallen as they've been cast? Okay, good. Very, very interesting. All right, right off the bat. We've got Rido. Rido here is a journeying rune. Rido talks about movement. It's a good time to negotiate in 2023. You may be receiving news in terms of you moving somewhere, in terms of you wanting to change in some way where transportation is involved. Then we have this beautiful, lovely rune, which is called, it is Manats. It means mankind, humankind. It is Merkstave, however, but the rune is such a powerfully positive rune that even being Merkstave is of little consequence. It here in this spread, in this position, and the way it's presented, it does involve interdependence. You will receive help, and it's time, however, to make new plans. Remember that. You should write this down, actually. Then we have Lagus. And Lagos talks about intuitive knowledge and success in learning. What it does, since it's Merkstave, what it does tell you, though, is to beware of a female, as I said, at the for all other matters rather than communication. Now, Diag here, I love this rune. Diag talks about increase in growth, and it alleviates any kind of delays in the other runes that we don't have. It is beautiful as a rune in the center here to tell you about growth. Urus. Urus here is Merkstave, so it's upside down. And usually, and these are attenuated, talks about strength, vital force, and energy. So there is strength, but there's not vital force. You may be recovering from inner turmoil, from illnesses. You may have strong emotions and healing. This is a healing rune. And it calls for some form of sacrifice, giving up something. Virgo. We've got beautiful Björkbergkana in a lovely position, bright stave. And Björkbergkana talks of what else but beginnings, fertility, birth, family, new beginnings, romance, projects. And if those there are those of you Virgos who are expecting or hoping to conceive, this is a good year. You might be able to count on that. This is Björkbergkana. Then we've got lovely Pedro, the magical and mystical rune that speaks of hidden secrets and the occult. Secrets emerge and surprises astound you. So, you know, we did talk about surprises that would make you anxiety-ridden. Try to remember that nonetheless, Pedro appeared in your spread as I crowned your reading. Now we've got Thurisats. Now Thurisats is one of the most interesting runes to read. Thurisats is a tough love rune, okay? It's protection, it's luck, and it is literally fire. Now, you can take that as an omen that this year is going to be tough, but necessarily important for you, okay? Then I have the rune, and I love, this is an excellent rune to end with, Fehu. Fehu is a rune that talks about fulfillment of romantic and financial gain. And whereas in the spread I did talk about financial gain and the importance of that, where you have your sense of security, where your sense of security comes from, I did talk about romance as being a bit tenuous during the year, and perhaps there may be a triangle that needs to be dealt with. But Fehu here is on your side and talks of gain and fulfillment. So whatever occurs, Ladies and gentlemen, Virgo friends, you're in the clear. I do hope this was of help to you, Virgo. If I said any other sign, please forgive me, but this is Virgo. This is Virgo. This is Virgo. Have a great holiday season and Happy New Year, Virgo. We'll be back. Bye-bye.